Eamonn Holmes rushed to hospital after fall at home. TV presenter requires help of carers due to struggles with walking. Eamonn Holmes has been rushed to hospital following a fall at home. The broadcaster, who previously hosted ITV daytime series This Morning, shared the news on Friday, the 2nd of May, posting a photo of his view from the ambulance. "An unexpected journey this morning," he wrote, adding, "Bit of a fall on the bathroom floor. Gosh, it hurts. Thank you, ambulance crew." In recent years, Holmes, who co-hosts a breakfast show on GB News, has suffered setbacks with his health, undergoing spinal surgery and a double hip replacement. He uses a mobility scooter due to struggles with walking and requires the support of carers. The host, who admitted his "life's not easy these days," has also been going through a divorce from his wife Ruth Langsford since 2024. The former presenting couple, who were axed from This Morning in 2020, had been together since 1996. Following the divorce announcement, Holmes reflected on his tough year with his health, telling The Sun, "I have been basically disabled for a year and a half or so, and I have to have a carer to do the smallest, simplest things, and it's humiliating and humbling, but thank goodness that carers are available." Holmes and Langsford, both 65, wed in 2010, and were said to be determined to stay friends and keep things amicable. Holmes has a new girlfriend, marriage counselor Katie Alexander. The host has 3 children with his first wife, Gabrielle, whom he married in 1985. Their relationship ended in 1994. He began dating Langsford 2 years later, but the pair kept their romance a secret out of respect for Gabrielle. After 6 years together, Holmes and Langsford had a son together and, in June 2010, they married at Elvetham Hall in Hampshire. Holmes previously suggested that his health problems caused issues in his marriage to Langsford, stating, "Even my own family are bored of my moaning. It has caused some strain, and Ruth is fed up of hearing about it and of me saying I can't walk the dog or tidy up, but I can't help it. It's agony." Over the years, the couple hosted a number of shows together, including ITV quiz show Gift Wrapped 2014, Channel 5's How the Other Half Lives 2015-17, and dieting series Lose a Stone in 4 Weeks, which debuted on Channel 4 in 2019. Eamonn Holmes hits back at vile trolls accusing him of cheating on Ruth Langsford after he is rushed to hospital following months of health woes. Eamonn Holmes has hit back at vile trolls accusing him of cheating on Ruth Langsford after he was rushed to hospital on Friday morning. The broadcaster, 65, had taken to Instagram to announce the news, admitting that was in a lot of pain after suffering a fall at home. Alongside a picture taken in the ambulance, he penned, "An unexpected journey this morning, bit of a fall on the bathroom floor. Gosh, it hurts. Thank you, ambulance crew." A couple of hours later, he shared a picture of himself from his hospital bed, writing, "Not how I wanted to be spending the holiday weekend, but life's not easy these days. Thanks to everybody who was looking after me." However, while friends and fans sent their messages of support and goodwill, others were less sympathetic as they took to the comments to accuse the star of cheating. They penned, "Eamonn, you're sick falling apart since you done the dirt on at Ruth Langsford." Yet Eamonn was quick to hit back as he replied, says the man whose profile reads, "Be kind and be nice." The fan then also replied with, "I'm not be nasty, I'm just saying since you left Ruth." Others also wrote, "Ruth has had a lucky escape. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Semicolon. This man has had no luck health-wise, has he, since him and Ruth went their separate ways. What's sick happened to his new girlfriend? Did she get tired of being his carer? Just asking. Ruth's well shut, cheated on her and now let someone else look after him. Ruth says good riddance to you. She be his career now stuck looking after him ex. Ruth was too good for him anyway, old timer, can't be that bad if her sick posting on social media." Yet the star also received plenty of well wishes from others who penned, "Your health's your wealth. Get well soon, Eamonn, sick. Get well soon, Eamonn. Hope you feel better and get out of there soon. 4x, wishing you a speedy recovery, Eamonn." However, while friends and fans sent their messages of support and goodwill, others were less sympathetic as they took to the comments to accuse the star of cheating. Yet Eamonn was quick to hit back as he replied, says the man whose profile reads, "Be kind and be nice." Eamonn's marriage to ex-wife Ruth reportedly ended after she made the shock discovery that he was sharing intimate chats with another woman. The former This Morning star couple shocked fans in May last year when it was revealed that they had split after 14 years of marriage and were headed for divorce. Eamonn has since moved on with new girlfriend Katie Alexander, 43, while Ruth is enjoying the single life, with the star recently enjoying a girls' getaway for her birthday. The Loose Woman star also reportedly found messages on his laptop, with The Sun reporting that the discovery was a real kick in the teeth. The publication said, Eamonn thought he was in the house alone while he was chatting on the phone. But Ruth could hear him from elsewhere in the house and was totally horrified. She confronted Eamonn. It was quite a shock, for both of them. Eamonn had no idea Ruth was in the house at the time. It was a huge blow to Ruth, particularly as she had been devoted to caring for Eamonn during his physical health issues. To discover he was sharing intimate chats with another woman was a real kick in the teeth for Ruth. A source reported to The Sun that the row over the phone call occurred in April in the pair's Surrey home. However, just weeks later Ruth was said to have found messages on his laptop. The discovery was said to have triggered their split announcement, with the heartbreaking discovery said to have been the straw that broke the camel's back. The insider added, after the phone call the marriage limped on for a few weeks until Ruth found the laptop messages. It was another awful experience for her and the straw that broke the camel's back as far as the marriage was concerned. A joint statement issued by the pair announcing their split simply read, Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes have confirmed their marriage is over and they are in the process of divorcing. Mail Online have contacted representatives of Ruth and Eamonn for comment. Meanwhile, Eamonn has been plagued with health woes following surgery on his back in 2022 and has been relying on the aid of a walking frame or wheelchair since, and later shared a photo from his bed and writing, "Life's not easy these days." In March this year, he revealed his problems are ongoing, admitting on Instagram, "Even when the sun shines there's pain. Sometimes I feel I'll never beat this disc immobility, but I'm determined to have a life. So pray for me, help me or get out of the way, social media haters." In 2016, Eamonn underwent a double hip replacement operation after living with acute pain for many years. Speaking about his operation at the time, Eamonn said, "Was I nervous? No, it was just like being on television. In the build-up I was stressed, can I do this? Will I handle it? And it was a bit odd the night before when people started paying me tributes. Eamonn, you were brilliant and I'll always remember when you did this and that. It was like dying but not dying." He faced a completely different health ordeal 2 years later, as he was struck down by shingles which threatened to derail his son Declan's wedding day. In 2021, Eamonn's chronic back pain had begun and it seemingly came completely of the blue. The pain became so severe that it left Eamonn reliant on a walking stick, but he soon found out the root cause. He eventually discovered it was 3 slipped discs that affected the movement of his right leg. Health issue of her own on Thursday when she pulled out of her 2-hour QVC line TV slot after being struck down by a stomach bug. She debuted the clothing line in 2017 and features on the show every week, but uploaded an update on her Instagram story announcing her absence, saying, "I've got a horrible tummy bug so unfortunately can't do my show at QVC tonight." The star added, "Thankfully the wonderful at Melissa Hardestyle is stepping in for me, so I hope you can join her, some lovely new pieces launching. Thanks Melissa." Alongside the update, Ruth, who announced her split from her TV presenter husband last May, shared a photograph of herself and fashion stylist Melissa Hardy smiling, who will be covering her show instead. In December 2021, Eamonn told The Sun how his struggles with his trapped sciatic nerve had an impact on his family, who had to help him with everyday tasks. He admitted, "It's been a difficult year. For months now I haven't been able to walk, sometimes at all, and it has really taken its toll on everyone around me too. I can't bend down to pick things up, so," his ex-wife Ruth Langsford ends up having to wait on me, "and I know my sons particularly are a bit embarrassed by the way I move around." In September 2022, Eamonn was forced to step away from his GB News show as he underwent vital back surgery to aid his chronic back pain. His battle with chronic back pain started after a dislocated pelvis led to 3 slipped discs. Following his surgery, he revealed that despite physiotherapy, he continues to find his lack of mobility stops him from doing simple things and is forced to rely on others, which he described as soul-destroying. He wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, "Worked hard at my physio this morning, very tiring, but I've now sat on my backside for 5 hours and feel bad about doing nothing. Lack of mobility and depending on others stops me doing really simple things. For peace of mind I feel another round of foot exercises coming on." His spinal surgery left him with a weakened left leg, too, and just over 2 weeks into his recovery from the operation, Eamonn fell backwards down 18 stairs at the Weybridge home, hitting the stone floor at the bottom. The horrific accident could easily have killed him. Instead, he emerged with a broken shoulder, and his legs further weakened. The former This Morning host admitted at the time that fracturing his shoulder in a fall was a massive setback. Eamonn told GB News of fracturing his shoulder during the fall. "It was a massive setback and means I'm going to need to take some extra time off to get myself better. It's been a hellish few weeks. But day by day I'm improving and I am remaining positive and trying to look on the bright side." A year after his spinal surgery, Eamonn underwent a spine and neck stretching procedure in September 2023 after admitting he couldn't walk. Eamonn admitted he hadn't recovered from his back surgery, confessing, "I can't run, I can't walk, I can't do anything except watch TV and eat." He explained, "I just got problems last year in my back, which I haven't recovered from. It's not good, it's not a good recipe I have to say." Eamonn discussed his use of a wheelchair back in December while mentioning a Christmas travel warning on his breakfast show. With the trains being pushed as an alternative for those trying to make their way home over the festive period, Eamonn made a sad admission. He said, "The train definitely could be a dream, but I'm now sort of wheelchair-laden. You rely on a lot of people to get you on and off. It's very, very difficult doing that. I just threw that in. It's not a concern to anybody, but there we go." Sympathizing with his situation, his co-host Isabel Webster acknowledged, "Well, it's a consideration for lots people in the same position as you, Eamonn.